Welcome to the World Rugby Under-20s Championship Sitrep by Driving Mall. So we're 2 rounds in, and what I thought I would do is quickly run through the 3 pools, tell you how the teams are doing and what needs to be done for qualification. So the way the qualification works is they take the 3 pools and make a combined table, and the top 4 teams go into the playoffs for the Cup. 5th to 8th then play off for the middle roles, and then 9th through to 12th play off to see who comes last and who gets relegated. The only exception to that would be if Georgia come last, because since they're hosting next year, they automatically qualified already, and so the 11th place team would go down. So let's jump into it. Pool A. In round 1, Ireland saw off Wales, who are the under-20s Six Nations Grand Slam winners, in a bit of an upset, and then backed that up by beating New Zealand, who are the most successful side at this level ever. So they now lead the group with 2 wins, but no bonus points so far. Even so, they get Georgia next, which should be a relatively comfortable win, and see them into the Cup semi-finals. New Zealand have to play Wales, as I say, the under-20 Six Nations Grand Slam winners, who have been underperforming here in this tournament. So they should get the win there, and it's only going to come down to bonus points and then points difference to see if they get in, because there's been some upsets in the other pools as well. Coming down, England had a poor under 26 Nations, but they are at home and they have performed well, and they've had 2 wins out of 2 with 2 bonus points. They've got the hardest game to come yet, which is against Australia. Australia, everyone thought would be doing pretty well, having beaten New Zealand in the run-up to this tournament, but they got beaten by Scotland, who and with Scotland facing Italy next, they are within they have an outside chance of making the Cup. With no bonus points, though, I think they'll find it difficult to. They need things like New Zealand to lose, and probably also South Africa to lose again to not go through. So it's unlikely they will make it. Australia really. With the 2 bonus points, if they get a good win over England, they'll be in with a shouting chance. Their points difference is probably not good enough, though. England with an 82 plus 82 points difference, even with a loss, could sneak into the playoffs as it is. So that game, England-Australia, is going to be all important. As I say, England have been playing pretty well, Australia struggling. Finally, into Pool 3. Again, another upset. Argentina has seen off both France and South Africa, and so get to play Japan in their last pool game, which means they should come out with 3 wins, and so Argentina and Ireland both looking firm favourites for the semi-finals. South Africa with again with 2 bonus points like New Zealand, but their points difference isn't as good. Have to face France in their last round. France also got the win over Japan, but Japan really, with minus 72 points difference, then over 100 points against them, are the bottom side. So that's no big surprise. So I expect I expect South Africa to beat France, and then it's going to come down to those bonus points and the points difference to see whether they or New Zealand make it into probably that 4th spot. So that's how the things stand in the World Rugby Under-20s Championship. Australia are there and could throw a big spanner in the works if they beat England. Otherwise, it looks like New Zealand and South Africa fighting out for that 4th spot in the semi-finals. At the other end, Georgia are the only side not to have scored a try yet, but defensively they've been very sound. And so they've managed to pick up 1 bonus point and are ahead of both Italy and Japan in the table at the moment. Obviously, with all the talk of getting as Georgia being one of the top tier 2 nations, and how can we get them into a proper competition, if they can make sure they avoid relegation here, and then with home advantage next year, maybe do a little bit better, that would all help their cause, obviously, for that inclusion. So there we go. That's how things stand. And enjoy the 3rd round. My predictions will be coming out prior to the games, and Don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter or to the YouTube channel to get more stuff from me. Thanks, guys.